Hey, what's going on guys? Ash here, back again with another Power Rangers related video, and this one is going to blow your minds if you have not heard this story. Now, you probably read the title, you probably saw the thumbnail, and now we're going to talk about it. So, this comes from the Illuminati and Morphin Network, and fun fact, recently I have announced that I'm teaming up with the Illuminati. I'm going to start doing collabs and stuff like that with them. I don't know what yet. Stuff is in the works, but when you find out, you find out. But I have joined the Illuminati team with Arlem Este, Living Ranger Key, and stuff like that. So I've teamed up with the Illuminati, and I'm excited to see what we can do together. So this article is very interesting. So recently, the Trio of Triphoria triplets have entered the con scene, and they've revealed some very interesting information. So, Zeo Ranger stars Tom, Tim, and Ted DeFilippino, I do apologize if I butchered your name, reveals that Trio of Triphoria was supposed to have a bigger role, including a spin-off series. But not only that, a movie was in the works with these guys. That's right, a movie. But we'll talk about that later. So, let's read the article. They talk about how they interviewed the triplets, which I highly recommend checking out. I'll have a link to all the sources down below if you want to check it out for yourself. I won't have the interview playing on this video. I want you guys to check it out for yourself and give it a listen. Maybe I'll slice in some clips here and there, but I want you guys to check out the entire interview on their channel. So, let's read the article. So, they talk about what Trey was about. We almost got a Trio of Triphoria spin-off. So, this is the transcript of what they say. So, what they talk about is back in the day, they had a deal with Saban. So, Saban was making a deal with them. He was signing the contract to get these three on board. So, they talk about 8 months. They spent 8 to 6 months, or they spent 6 months in a dojo, 8 months probably planning what's going on. And they said they've got behind the scenes stuff. And then they say they were going to do 30 episodes for Zeo, and then they were going to do the Zeo movie where Tommy was going to have a love interest for Tray of Wisdom. So I'm guessing Tommy was going to have a love interest from someone from Triphoria, so they would have traveled to Triphoria. That would have been really interesting if they did that. And then they were going to do a spin-off. Now, a Trio of Triphoria spin-off would have been really interesting. I would have loved to see that, but unfortunately, we didn't get that. We did not get that. And I'll give my thoughts on that as I keep reading the articles. So, my brothers and I back then were so popular after eight months of our development deal, we didn't understand how popular they were. We found out how popular they were 8 months later, so we were nervous about doing all of this because we didn't want to be typecast. So that's why we didn't do the 30 episodes. That's why we didn't do the movie. That's why we didn't do the TV spin-off. So, they say if you want to see more about the advertising of the movie, it's on our Instagram. Let's scroll down. I'm on their Instagram now. Let's scroll down. See if we can find anything about that movie. Okay, scrolling. I'm not finding. That's a cool. That is some cool artwork. I wanna heart that. I wanna give that a little heart. So scrolling. So okay, I can't find anything about the movie, but I'll take their word for it because there's a lot on their Instagram to go over. So they talked about a movie and a spin-off. So I wonder if Saban actually had this planned out, or he was just giving them promises that because Power Rangers was such a big hit going into Zeo, it was still kind of a big hit. They were promising to do like movies and spin-offs for these characters because the new Gold Ranger and the new Sixth Ranger, they were going to be the new popular thing. They were probably hoping they would be the next Tommy and they would launch a spin-off with those characters. So it could have been Saban buttering them up and promising all this stuff. But I can understand if they actually did plan that and then they pulled out and then Saban had to rethink everything with who the new Gold Ranger was going to be. That's why we got all the fake outs in between, such as Billy, Skull, Jason's, JDF's, Tommy's brother, Jason David Frank's brother, all those plans they were planning to do. And the Zeo movie, which is something that's really interesting, because we got a Turbo movie, but we didn't get a Zeo movie, and the Turbo movie was a transition into the new powers. So a Zeo movie would have been really interesting, because if you look back and watch the Zeo movie, the Zeo show just kind of ends. It just ends. It's not a crazy, off-the-walls, 2-part finale. It's pretty much handled in one episode and then it's done. So I do wonder how they would have handled that in the end. So what do you guys think of this revelation that we nearly got a Zeo movie and a Tray of Triforia spin-off? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share this around with a friend on social media. YouTube loves it when you like the video and you share it around. It helps out the channel, pushes it in the algorithm and stuff like that. They love it, apparently. It's what they love to do. But I'll also leave links to this article and the interview and stuff like that down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But this is some very interesting revelations, because I would have loved to see a Tray of Triforia spin-off, or just seeing how that would have turned out if Jason didn't become the Gold Ranger. Like, things could have been very different for the franchise moving forward if the the triplets actually stayed on board. But it's a very interesting bit of revelation. So what do you guys think of this stuff? Tell me down below. I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care. Bye.